So, last few days have been pretty crazy cool. I got an A on my exam. I got a 97, so that was great. I went out with a bunch of friends to dinner on Friday night, and that was a blast. We went to this really cool, like Western bar where um, they give you markers when you walk in so you can draw all over anything, the tables, the chairs, anything you want, the walls, everything is, you're allowed to write on anything that's there, which is pretty cool. They also, like, where their salt shakers say like cocaine on them, and spelled wrong, of course. But I thought that was pretty funny and cool. We went to the Yellow Bar after that, which is like a square of bars, and they're reggae bars. And we went and danced with a bunch of people, and a bunch of people from school came. There was like two teachers there, which was pretty funny. And we had a really good time. We saw, there was like this crazy, scary like fight happen down the way, and this little Thai guy who was like maybe my height or smaller, got into a fight with this really, really tall guy, this white guy. I don't know who he was or what was happening, but the little Thai guy, man, he beat him up, and a bunch of people had to break up the fight. It was a little bit scary, but they took him, his friends took him away, and they left, and everything seemed to be okay after that. I'm not really sure what he did, but from what it sounded like, he had done something disrespectful, so I'm not really sure. But so that was crazy. Then me and Mael were hanging out, getting ready to leave with everybody, and we saw, like, kind of from far away, we see this girl who doesn't look like she's having the best time, and there's a guy that's like following her around, and he's like touching her, and she's trying to get away. And and at first we're like, what's going on over there, like we're not really sure. And then like he's like grabbing on her, and she's trying to get away, and I'm like, no, it's not okay, like we have to go. And she's like, well, maybe he's just drunk, and that's her friend, and you don't know these people. And I'm like, no, it's not okay. And so I beeline it for her, and I walk up to the girl, and I'm like, hey, you live in my guest house, we should go. And she's like, yeah, we have to go. I'm like, yeah, we have to go, come on, let's go. And I'm trying to pull her away from him, and he's like grabbing onto her and like pulling her. And then here comes Mael, and she's like, gets in front of him, and she's like, no, go away. And then he starts talking about how he knows the government and they're gonna get us. And there was like a police car like across the street, and we're trying, and it's like the same where we exit Yellow Bar, that's where it was parked. And so he like goes up there, and he's like knocking on the window, but the police don't speak any English, so I don't know what you're gonna tell them. But he was like talking to them for a minute, and we just left, and we took her with us. And I've never, this girl must have said thank you to me like 20 times, and she's told me, like, she couldn't speak the best English, but she knew enough to tell me that she was scared, she didn't like it, and she wanted to leave, him to leave her alone. And so I was really happy that I was able to help her and see it and know. And then of course Mael was with me, and there was, as soon as like we started to leave, all of our friends were grouping together, so it wasn't just me and her. After we have the girl, then my friends come, Gustavo came, and Lisa and her boyfriend, and Kelly and her boyfriend. And so there's this, ends up with this big group of people, and finally the guy like takes off. So it was good. We put her on a tuk-tuk and sent her home, and she was good. And so that was a little bit crazy. But then yesterday, Saturday, me and Mael, we went to these really amazing waterfalls. And of course I can't really pronounce it very well, but It's about an hour away from where we stay, and we took a tuk-tuk. It was 500 baht to take us there, wait for us while we swim and have fun, and then take us back. And 500 baht is like 15 bucks for both of us. So that was cool. And when you get there, there's 10 waterfalls to see, and you walk up the trail, and it has point 1, point 2, and whatever, so you can see all the different waterfalls. We went to 8. That's as high as we went, and then we just stopped to swim because we didn't have a lot of time to swim. Unfortunately, we got there 30 minutes before they closed, but they said that we could stay an extra half an hour. So we did, and that was awesome. We went swimming, had a good time, just me and her, and I had a blast. And today we are going to a place called the Center of the Universe, and it's a guest house here, and they have a saltwater pool. I think they have like 3 different pools. There's a bar and restaurant, so we can get food and hang out, and I'm super excited. So we're gonna go do that in about 30 minutes, and it's gonna be awesome. I can't wait. I'm having a blast.